Welcome to the Command Report, your number one news report for the Washington Commanders. Hey Commanders fans, thanks for joining us today. We're going to take a look at some live training camp coverage from this morning. We got Santana Moss and Logan Paulsen on the scene. Let's take a look.
And we are welcoming back Logan Paulsen and Santana Moss as they have made their way down to the practice field. Okay, guys, everybody wants to know what you are seeing from your point of view as a former player.
Trying to get warm, but I used to come to routes on air a bit warm,
Ready.
you know, so I want to show them that this is the tempo I'm going. This is where I want the ball at, so I want to get this down now, so when we get into those teams in 7-on-7 period, we don't have to work on that.
So would you have a dialogue with the quarterback about, hey, like, this is what I'm thinking on this route versus press, this is what I'm thinking versus cover 2, cover 3, or is it just like free access, I'm running a slant?
It was just free access for me. I never really got vocal with quarterbacks. You know, it's crazy. I think about that a lot now, saying maybe I should have talked more to
Probably.
them and had those conversations, but I was just so stern, and I came from the old school era.
Here's Jahan right here right now. You see him?
Yeah, I see Jahan.
Yeah, and I love how just smooth that man is.
No,
and like when he catches the football, it's a quiet catch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Quiet. I mean, big mitts.
Yep.
Extend his arms. You know. I mean, it's just he's technique sound. So I love
and so
that
you
about
said
him.
you didn't talk to the quarterback.
No,
Do you think that's an important part of building that relationship?
I think it is to a certain extent. I think one of the things you want to do is make sure that they know that they can count on you.
Interesting.
I'd like to show a lot of that stuff. You know, I feel like film don't lie, and when you're making plays, they should see that and know that.
Right.
But I think this era, you need to be a little more vocal. I wasn't vocal, and I don't regret not being vocal because I just feel like I came from an era where it wasn't about me. You know what I mean? So basically, just get me the ball when it's time, but know that I'm going to be open half the time.
Yeah, and this is interesting. They've got AGG here, number 18, working out with the receivers, 40, the kind of fullback hybrid, and then Armani Rogers as the tight ends. And the other tight ends, Bates, Cole, Hodges have gone over with the offensive line to work inside run stuff, you know, kind of focusing on different things with different skill sets. Obviously, AGG you expect to be over here, right? Because that's what he's going to be as the receiver tight end, right?
Yeah, he's one of those guys that, you know, you're probably going to see him, you know, and not in the traditional, you know, tight end stands of being on the line, but he's going to be a threat. So you want to see this guy continue to grow in that space. I think, you know, a wide receiver, he's by nature, but, you know, he bulked up to be a tight end, so we're looking forward to seeing him.
And he looks big as heck, doesn't he? Like, I mean, holy cow. And how important is it for these guys, even though, like, these aren't maybe your kind of traditional starters, to work that relationship with the quarterback at the tight end position, I'm saying?
It's very key. It's very key because I think one of the things about it, man, you know, this league is all about the next man up.
Yeah.
And when you have a guy who's as dominant as our tight end that's down, we're going to have to find that next target there. And you know better than I know, the tight end is the safety net for the quarterback.
Absolutely.
You know, he's the biggest safety net. So when you have a great guy that you know you can always count on and be open, you know, that knows how to get open in certain space and certain coverages, you want to be able to go to that guy. So I'm glad to see these guys working.
And these guys are so unique. This is one of the most unique tight end groups I've ever seen. They're all over 6'6", except for the fullback body type right here.
Remind me of the old UCLA team I played back in the 2000s when we had.
I love that.
Those
Yes.
guys were 6'5", 6.
J.J. Stokes, like, Danny Farmer.
What kind of football team is that when all the receivers are 6'3" and above? You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I think, like, you know, there's guys who get open with twitch, like you were one of those guys, and there's guys that get open with size. And I feel like they have a type of guy they're looking at the tight end position this year, saying we want guys who can get open with size.
Size is always open, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you can box a guy out and you just say, throw me a jump ball, you know, and 9 times out of 10, that guy don't have to jump. So it's great to have taller guys.
Taller guys and guys that have that basketball, multi-sport background, right? I mean, you've got Armani here who played quarterback. You got Sam East played basketball. Cole played basketball. And then now they're going to switch sides here. And I think Terry's going to be up first here at number 1. And obviously he's a happy man now that he's
I'm happy.
One of the highest paid receivers in the NFL. And let's see if Carson Wentz hops up here with him and gets some reps with the man, the myth. And I love here, you see Scott Turner here talking through the progressions with Carson before they throw the football. Kind of this is what you're thinking to get to this ball here, to get to whatever route they're about to throw.
On the money.
That looked like it was on time, right?
You know, it's on there, and so it should be. But that's one of the things you want to see these guys continue to build. You know, chemistry is key. And folks fail to realize, man, I was a receiver for so many years, played with so many different quarterbacks. Terry already in his short career here, he played with a lot of quarterbacks. So you know, it's marvelous just to see this guy work with so many different targets. I mean, so many guys just throwing him the ball and being able to come down with him and make the plays he's made. So it's always great too to have a quarterback that you can depend on, and I think Carson is that guy that we haven't had in a while.
Yeah, another interesting little note here is he takes two on the left side here, Carson with Cam Sims and Terry, and then he bumps over to the other side and takes it with Samuels and Jahan. So obviously trying to focus on those top 4 receivers in this offense. And it's good to see a guy kind of focusing on those top guys, building that relationship like you're talking about.
You want to see it, man. You want to see it, and I think one of the things that, like we're looking forward to, like you just saw him throw one at AGG and he missed. So AGG ran a bad route, must be. He got to get himself together. But, no, one of the things you want to see.
Oh, there he is. There he is, Terry. Giving you a shout out. That's good there, huh?
That's the man.
That's how you know you're a big deal, when a guy in practice says what's up to you.
No, but you know how you know you're a big deal? When the guy with all the money give you a holler and say what's up.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so again, we got some offensive line stuff going on over here. Terry, what are we doing right now? Are we closing out or? Yeah, okay. So again, they're going to switch sides one more time. And what was there a route in Routes on Air that you wanted to see, that you wanted to get done?
Well, one of the things I wanted to do is just, like I said, we're trying to get warm in that area or that period, and I want to run those intermediate routes mostly. You know
okay.
The curl route.
Interesting.
The slant route. The slant was not an intermediate route, but I wanted to get that down pat because I know that was more.
And here's Terry running like this kind of drift or the strike from the slot. You know what I mean? And again, that's a timing route. That's kind of what you're looking for.
I love those drift routes.
Yeah, I know.
We had those in our offense.
And again, Terry, Carson's going to switch now.
Guy who I want to see too, man. The guy wears 89. He wore 11. He had to change it. He wore 89 before. He changed from 89. He said it was too much heat for him.
And now he's back.
Back on. But I think he played well with 89. So I'm glad to see him back in 89.
Yeah, and
I want to see Sims flourish with that number.
Obviously, really a lot of stuff to dive into here, but they haven't even started practice yet. So when we get to that, we'll let you guys know. Look forward to watching the rest of training camp.
Thanks for tuning in to the Command Report. Please like, share, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest Washington Commanders news.